There's gotta be some.
Nope. No, Carson.
Yeah, or negative 2a. It doesn't matter. Just make it negative in the end.
Bones.
Okay, so these are considered. These are considered max-min problems. Okay. Now, with the maximum or minimum, based on what we know about quadratics, what value are we looking for? The vertex. Okay, so we are going to once again look for the vertex. Now, we're going to start off with some tricky word problems, some harder word problems, and then some really hard word problems.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah. The trick to these is practicing coming up with the equations. Okay? Finding the vertex stuff is easy once you have the equation, because everyone here knows how to do P equals negative B over 2A. Easy peasy. The trick is coming up with the right equations. Okay? So, let's start with the first one here. Two numbers have a difference of 10. Their product is a minimum. What are the two numbers? So right here I see that minimum, boom. I'm looking for the vertex. The vertex of what? That's what you need to come up with. Always find the equation first. Okay? Right? Okay. So, there's always going to be two statements here, and you need to work with both of them to determine the equation. All right, so the first statement here is two numbers have a difference of 10. What does difference mean? Right, subtraction. Sum is adding, quotient is division, product is multiplying. All right, so two numbers, x minus y, have a difference of 10. So you know what, I'm going to make it y minus x. It just makes it easier when we're working on this. Okay. Now, y minus x equals 10, and we know their product is a minimum. So I know that x times y equals a min. Okay, so now what I normally do is I take one equation and I plug it into the other one. And the reason I do that is because I have equations here with two variables. Do we know how to solve for x and y when we're solving for a problem? Would we know how to solve for x alone?
Yes.
Yeah, we've done that before. So you have to get one of these equations to only have x. Okay? And usually what you do is whichever one has the min or the max value, that's the one you substitute into. So what I'm saying is I have to take something from here, I'm going to substitute it into here. Alright? So what I need to do is I need to get rid of one of my variables here. I don't know how to solve for x and y, but I know how to solve for x. So remember when we did systems of linear equations and we would substitute one into the other? Same thing here. I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to make it equal to y. So I'm going to bring the x over to the other side. Okay, so I could say that y equals 10 plus x. Does that make sense? So far, so good? Now, I know what y equals, so I can plug that into this equation here. All right, so I can say that x, instead of times y, hey guys, it's just getting a little loud in the back, okay? Is that okay? Questions about this? Okay. This is something you just gotta get used to doing. Okay? That's the hard part. We just did the hard part. Now we solve it. Do I know how to find the vertex of an equation like this?
No.
No. But if I multiply everything together, I get 10x plus x squared. Can I find the vertex now?
Yes.
Absolutely. So the vertex, my p-value on my vertex, that's going to be -10 over 2 times 1. So what's -10 divided by 2 times 1?
5.
-5. All right. So now what have I just found? What's my p-value? X, right? It's my x value of the vertex. Right? That makes sense still? All right, so guess what? I just found x in my equation.
So then y is 5?
Yeah, y will be 5.
Wow.
Okay. Does that make sense why y is 5? Because I know, yeah, because I know that y equals 10 plus x, and if I know x is 5, y then equals 10 minus 5.
It's almost too easy. Once you got it figured out, it's just.
The tricky part is reading this and being like, huh? Right? Don't worry, I got a good one you'll love. Cattle farmers. I got a cattle one for you guys.
Oh.
We're gonna build a fence in a corral, and it's maximum area with minimum fence length and all that jazz.
See, or you could just be like real farmers and just buy way too much extra. Just have don't really care.
Save some money, bud.
Okay, let's try this one real quick.
Free buying.
Tomorrow I'm gonna do another example with these two. I'll put it on Moodle for you guys.
Homework. I love homework.
You can like load it up in Kindersley and then watch it on the way home.
We can do a house party.
You got like 2.5 hours to wait.
To sleep.
Yeah.
Be so tired.
Yeah, on the way home though, you'll be too jazzed from leadership.
Be so inspired. Wow.
Okay, let's try this one here. Two numbers have a sum of 24. Can anyone tell me what two numbers, the sum of 24 looks like?
12 and 12.
Well, that 12 and 12 would give me the sum of 24. But I'm dealing with algebra, right? X plus y equals 24. Okay? This is where, like, remember in like grade 3 or 2, you learn like what sum means, product, quotient. And it all comes screaming back to haunt you now. Okay? And we know their product is a maximum. Is this the same idea, their product? Okay. So I know that. Okay. So once again, I'm going to take something from here and I plug it into here. All right. It usually goes into the one that says max or min. Okay. So y equals. And I always solve for y. I always get rid of y because I like working with x. It's just a thing that I have. So I'll pass that on to you guys. You'll now do the two. So then I know what y equals, so I can say that. So 24 minus x times x equals max.
What?
I plug that in for y.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna be quick. We got like 2 minutes. Now I'm gonna work it out. Okay, because I can't find my p-value with this, but I know that if I distribute the x, (24x minus). So now, real quick, let's just do a quick mental check to see if we're on the right track. My a value is -1, right? So that means I have my graph is down. My vertex is going to be a maximum, and I'm looking for a max. So I know I'm on the right track. Okay? That's always a nice little check, so you can stop if you're wrong. And then I just find p, -24, 2 times -1. So 2 times -1 is -2. -24 divided by -2.
-12.
+12. So I know what my x value is. If x is 12, what does y got to be? 12.
I pre-guessed
It
it.
doesn't always work out to be like 12 and 12 or 4 and 4 or whatever. But just with these first ones because...
Because Carson's so smart at it.
Okay. So that's the beginning of this.